At 60 years old, Shania Twain is done hiding the past for decades. The world saw the records, the fame, and the flawless image, but never the full truth behind the spotlight was a life shaped by hunger, loss, betrayal, and relentless survival now. For the first time, she's breaking her silence about a secret she carried since childhood, her deep, emotional connection to Ricky Nelson. This isn't gossip, this is the untold influence that quietly shaped her voice, her sound, and her destiny. Why did she wait so long to speak? What did his music mean during her darkest moments? And how did this hidden truth help create a legend? Stay with us because this revelation changes everything. Born Eileen Regina Edwards on August 28, 1965. In Windsor, Ontario, Shania's early life was shaped by hardship. She was raised in Timmins, a remote mining town surrounded by harsh winters and limited opportunity. Poverty was not occasional, it was constant. Food was scarce, clothes were handed down, stability was fragile from a young age. Shania understood that life would demand strength before it ever offered comfort. Music became her escape, not because it was easy, but because it was necessary. As a child, she felt an instinctive connection to melody and storytelling. Singing was the one place where fear quieted and hope spoke louder. Long before she was old enough to step into a bar legally, she was already performing in local clubs, not chasing dreams, but helping keep her family afloat. Her childhood was marked by emotional instability and responsibility far beyond her years. And then, at just 21 years old, tragedy struck with devastating force. Both of her parents were killed in a car accident, leaving Shania suddenly responsible for raising her younger siblings in a single moment. Her future changed forever. Instead of leaving town to chase stardom, Shania Twain made a decision that revealed the depth of her character long before the world ever knew her name. She stayed in the wake of unimaginable loss. She chose survival over ambition, responsibility over dreams, taking a steady job singing at Deerhurst Resort in Ontario. She became the backbone of her family, carrying the weight of adulthood while still grieving her parents night after night. She stood on stage not seeking applause or recognition, but stability. Every performance paid bills, put food on the table, and kept her siblings together in those quiet, unseen years. Her true strength was forged, resilient, selfless, and unbreakable. As the years passed, her perseverance finally opened the door. In the early 1990s, she signed with Mercury Records, marking the first real step toward a future she had once been forced to postpone. Along with the contract came a new identity. She adopted the name Shania, meaning on my way in Ojibwe, a name that symbolized movement, hope, and a promise to herself that her sacrifices would not be in vain. It wasn't reinvention, it was affirmation. Her self-titled debut album didn't dominate the charts, but it revealed rare promise. One listener heard it instantly. Legendary producer Robert John Mutt Lung, famed for AC/DC, Def Leppard, and Bryan Adams. He sensed warmth, sincerity, and quiet power. Months of phone calls followed, sharing music, childhood pain, and dreams. Before meeting in person, trust, vulnerability, and creative chemistry formed a bond stronger than instant success that endured beyond charts. When they finally met at Nashville Fan Fair in June 1993, the connection was instant and undeniable. The conversations that once traveled through phone lines now carried real presence and undeniable energy. By December 28, 1993, they were married. What followed wasn't just a partnership, it was the beginning of a musical revolution that would forever change country music history. In 1995, they released The Woman in M, an album that redefined country music. It blended country, pop, and rock in a way that felt bold, confident, and revolutionary. Songs like Any Man of Mine, Whose Bed Have Your Boots Been Under, and You Win My Love transformed Shania into a rising force, not just in Nashville, but worldwide. Then came Come On Over in 1997. The album didn't just succeed, it exploded. It became the best-selling studio album by a female artist in any genre, and one of the highest-selling albums of all time, with anthems like Man, I Feel Like a Woman, You're Still the One. And from this moment on, Shania shattered stereotypes and rewrote the rules. Her fashion was fearless, her confidence contagious, her message unmistakable. Women could be powerful, feminine, and unapologetic. In 2001, she welcomed her son EJA, a grounding joy amid global fame. Motherhood became her sanctuary. Yet behind the spotlight, fractures grew. In 2008, The world reeled when Shania announced her separation from Mutt Lange. The cause, his affair with Marianne Thibault, her close friend and assistant, shattered more than a marriage, collapsing trust, safety, and identity. Their divorce was finalized on June 9, 2010, closing one of music's most iconic creative partnerships. As heartbreak lingered, Shania faced another fight: Lyme disease, followed by dysphonia, which damaged her vocal cords and stole control of her voice. Doctors doubted she would sing again. She disappeared from the spotlight, enduring grueling therapy, depression, and relentless self-doubt. Yet even in silence, she refused surrender. Slowly, painfully, she rebuilt her voice and reclaimed her future. Healing came from an unexpected place. Friedrich Thibault, the former husband of the woman who betrayed her, was enduring the same heartbreak. Through shared pain came understanding. Through understanding came love. They married on January 1, 2011, in Rincon, Puerto Rico, marking a quiet but powerful new beginning. That same year, Shania released her autobiography, From This Moment On, offering fans an unfiltered look into her traumatic childhood, meteoric rise, devastating divorce, and fight to reclaim her voice. The book became a bestseller because it told the truth. In 2017, she returned with the album Now, not as a comeback, but as a declaration she was still standing beyond music. Shania built a life rooted in purpose, a devoted vegetarian. She embraced spiritual practices connected to Sant Mat, finding balance through meditation and inner discipline. In 2010, she founded Shania Kids Can, a charity supporting children facing poverty, neglect, and emotional hardship, children who mirrored her own past. And then, at 60, she finally revealed a truth she had quietly carried since childhood. In a recent interview, Shania spoke openly about the artist who first ignited her love for music, Ricky Nelson. As a little girl in Timmins, she would sit cross-legged on the floor, mesmerized by his presence on television, his smooth voice, his calm confidence, his ability to blend genres without asking permission. His music became a source of comfort during her hardest years when life felt too heavy. His songs reminded her that beauty still existed. As she grew older, she realized his influence shaped her instinct to blend country, pop, and rock, the very sound that defined her career during the darkest moments of her illness. When she feared she might never sing again, she returned to his music. It reminded her of the girl who believed with her whole heart. She never met Ricky Nelson. He died in 1985, but his influence never left her at 60. Shania Twain isn't chasing validation, she's honoring her journey, her influences, and the battles she survived. Her legacy isn't built on perfection, but on resilience, truth, and strength earned the hard way. Behind every icon is a child who once needed music to survive. And Shania Twain survived it all. If her story moved you, like, share, and subscribe. Let her journey live on. And tell us which part of her story impacted you the most. Thanks for watching.